look at a grade 9 revision sheet on probability and statistics. Okay, the first question. A letter is selected at random from the word statistics. The probability of selecting a vowel is. Now, before we work that out, we need to know how many letters altogether, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we know it's something over 10, and the vowels we have are 1, 2, 3 vowels. So we've got 3 over 10, which means that is answer C. The next we've got is a two-way table. Now we want to go through and work out those numbers there before we start anything. So if we've got a 9 and a 13, we know that's a 4 there, because 9 plus 4 is 13. We've got 13 plus something is 20, so that one's going to be 7. 4 plus something is 6, so that'll be 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. Then we've got something plus 2 is 7, so we've got a 5. 9 plus 5 is 14, and 14 plus 6 is 20. So we've got our table done. The value of x is, and we've worked that out, is 2. Probability of not A is equal to, so let's look at the not A total, which is 7 out of 20. So there's our part D. And then we've got only 2 and 3 referred to that table, so now we've got a separate question. The diagram below represents the set, and what's shaded in is A union B there. So it's everything inside A and everything inside B. Going to the next page, we've got a bag contains an unknown number of coloured gemstones, and a gemstone is drawn from the bag and replaced. Now that's key. The procedure is repeated 40 times, and the colour of the gemstone drawn is recorded each time. 16 of the gemstones drawn were turquoise. If the bag contains 40, the expected number of turquoise gemstones is. Now we've got 16 out of 40 draws, so they've done that 40 times, and there's 16 of them were turquoise. So 16 over 40, we can divide both of them by 8, we get 2 over 5 as our fraction of turquoise. Now we then want that out of 400. If we've got the 40 there already, it's easy enough just to go 4 times 10 gives us 40 times 10 gives us 400. So let's times that one, 16 by 10, and get 160. Our other option, if it's not an easy multiplication to do, is do our 2/5 and multiply it by the number. So do your probability or your experimental probability times the number of trials, and that gets you 160 as well. Then we've got Timothy achieved the following scores out of 10 on his last 5 maths quizzes, 6, 7, 10, 8, 7. What score must he get on the 6th test to have a mean of 8? Now, if we've got our numbers to get a mean of 8, we would be saying that 8 is equal to the 6 plus 7 plus 10 plus 8 plus 7 plus something out of, and then we want 6 on the bottom. So our first step is to go 8 times 6 is 48, and then we've got 6 plus 7 plus 10 plus 8 plus 7 so far. So we've got 38 plus something, and that gives us 48, so that must be 10. Our other option, since this is multiple choice, is to try them and go, we've already got it. The 10 is to go 6 plus 7, 6 plus 7 plus 10 plus 8 plus 7 plus 10 divided by 6, and we get the 8 there. But we could have gone through each of those individually and done that same check to look for that. The next one that we've got is based on a stem and leaf plot, and we've got a few questions based on that. So our stem and leaf plots here, we want the median of the data. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 data values. So we want to count in 9 from each end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we get to 2 numbers. Those 2 numbers are 22 and 25, because we've got a 2 in the stem and a 2 in the leaf. That's our 22, 2, 5, and they've told us what that means there. So our median then, we're going to add those 2 together and divide by 2. So we get 23.5. So that's our median. Now our mode, we're looking for which data values occur the most. So scanning our stem and leaf plot, we've got the 8s there, there's 2 of them, and that's the 8, that makes 18 when we look at the proper number. Here we've got 25, 25, 25, so there's 3 of those, and 2 31s. So the 25 is our mode, because there are 3 of them. So that's our answer there. Then we want to work out the interquartile range. So we want the Q1, Q3. So we need to then look at, if we look at this part of the data, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 data values. So we need to count in 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would give us 14 as our Q1, and then do the same here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives us 30. So then 30 take 14 is 16. So that's our interquartile range. So that's our Q3 was 30 and our Q1 was 14. Then it says 25% of the data is greater than. Now it's going to be greater than our Q3, so greater than 30. Now getting into part B, where we've got some short answer. Now we're going to draw a Venn diagram. The information that we have. We know that we have a survey of 28 students, so that's our total outside. And we've got probability and statistics are our two things that we're investigating, so P and S. We've found that 17 like probability and 12 like statistics. So we'll pop those up the top. 5 students like both and 4 like neither. And we want to find out the missing values. So 17 is going to equal something plus 5. So that's 12. 12 plus 5 is 17. And then here we've got something plus 5 gives us 12. 7 and 5 gives us 12. When we add those numbers up, 12 plus 5 is 17, plus 7 is 24, plus 4 gives us 28. Then we've got how many students do not like statistics. So here's our statistics ones. The do not are going to be 12 and 4, which is 16. If they like only probability, that's this section here, which is 12. If one of the 28 students was randomly selected, find the probability that they like probability and statistics. So that's our 5 out of 28. Probability that like neither is going to be the 4 out of 28, which we can simplify to 1 over 7. Then we've got a number is chosen from the set of positive single digit integers. So integers between 1 and 9 inclusive. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is our sample space. Then it says A is the set of odd numbers. So the odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And then we've got prime numbers between 1 and 9. So prime are going to be our 2, 3, 5, 7, 6. There. And we want to represent that in a Venn diagram. So we want to show those numbers in there. So let's look at the overlap first, which we've got the 3, 5, 7. So they're going to go in the overlap. That means we are left with, in set A, 1 and 9 on that side. For B, we've got the 2 there. And then out of our set of numbers between 1 and 9, we've used the 1, we've used the 2, we've used the 3, no 4, 5, then 6, 7, 8 will go outside. We could also, if we wanted to know how many, we could redraw that and put the number of elements in each set. So there are 2 in that one. There are 3 numbers in the middle. There is 1 number on that side, and there are 3 numbers outside. Now, if we're listing the sets, we're looking at this diagram. So A and B is that overlap. So it's 3, 5, 7, and I'm going to show that that's a set by putting little curly brackets around. A union B is everything inside that, those circles. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, and curly bracket. Then not A, so we'll cover up the A, and what is left? 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's that set. And B only is just that 2. Then we want the number in A. So we have 5 inside the A circle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 2 plus 3. The probability of A is then going to be 5 out of, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 elements, so 5 out of 9. The number in A and B, there are 3 in there, So the probability is 3/9 of having A intersection B, or A and B, which we would simplify to 1/3. Then we've got 2 people are selected without replacement from a group of 4. Adam, Brenda, Caroline and Darren. List all the possible combinations. So we can't have a person more than once. So if we've already chosen one, we can't choose it again. So here we've got BC, BD, because we can't have, got to use the order they're going with. So they've obviously got AA, BA, CA, DA, but they've left out the AA because you can't have that. So they're putting that one first and second. That's why they've got the first and the second. So we've got AB, so then that will be CB, CD. Then here we've got AC, AD, BC, BD, and then we've got CD and we've got DC there. Find the probability that the selection will contain Brenda and Darren. So we're looking for BD, and we've also got, do we have a DB? We should have a DB. Oh. And I think that one should have been a DB there. Got that one wrong. So CBCD. So we've got 2, 4 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 options, which is 1/6. Find the probability that the selection will contain Caroline. So the ones that have a C, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let me just double check. I think I counted 1 twice. So looking, so we've got 1 in that row, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's right, 6 out of 12, which is a half. Then we've got find the mean of these numbers. So we're going to add them up and divide by how many there are. So we've got 3 plus 5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 plus 10 is 42 out of, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equals 7. Then here we've got 6 plus 10 plus 12 plus 16 plus 20 plus 20. So we get 84 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 14. Okay, getting on to part C. Now we've got a group. We want to list them in order from smallest to biggest. So we're going to go along that line and look for our smallest number and work our way to our biggest number. So looking across the line, we've got a 30 there. I think that's the smallest. We've got 39. I'm going to cross it out when I use it. Then I got a 50. That looks like my next one, 54. Then I have got a 63. That looks like the next smallest. 68. I've got a 71. I've got a 75. 76. And then I've got 82. Looks like the next one. Oh no, 80 first. So 80, then 82. Then I've got an 85. We've got 2 of them. And then I've got 86. Then I've got 94 and 97. Now the minimum value, so that's our smallest one, is 39. The maximum value is 97. The range is going to be 97 take 39 is 58. Then we've got our median, we're counting into the middle. And I get 76 and 80, so halfway between them is 78. The lower quartile, I'm going to count into the middle of those, and I get 68. Upper quartile, counting into the middle here, and I get 85. The next one, we've got the data here, and we want to put it into this table over here. So I'm going to try and bring those up together so I can put them in there. So I'm going to do a bit of a tally just to the side here so I can keep track. So I've got 72 is going to pop down here. 59 goes in that row. 67, 84, 75, 64, 28, 46, 62, 83, 55, 60, 41, 60, 79, 68, 53, 72, 80, and 73. So now I'm just going to write my frequencies down here. So I've got 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 3, 6, 5, 3. So totaling those up, we've got 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5 plus 3 is 20. Now we also got told it was for a 20-day period, so that adds up. Now we're going to do our percentage frequency. So each of those frequencies I'm going to divide by 20 and multiply by 100. So I've got 1 divided by 20 times by 100 is 5. The other option, because we're dividing by 20 times by 100, same thing, is to multiply by 5. And then when we add those numbers up, the 5 plus 10 plus 15 plus 30 plus 25 plus 15 should equal 100, because we've got 100%. Then we're going to use the axes to draw a frequency histogram of the data. So they haven't asked for percentage frequency, just frequency. So we're just using those numbers there. So we know we've got to go up to a maximum of 6. And then along the bottom, we've got our 0 to 9. So I'm going to go with my 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So up to 10, like we've got nothing in those ones. Then between 20 and 29, we've got 1. And I probably could have gone up and made my scale a little bit bigger and gone up like every second one as a value, but that doesn't matter. And then I've got 0 there, and then for the 40 to 49, I've got 2. Then I've got 3 for the next one. Then I go up to 6 for the 60 to 71. Then I've got, comes back down to 5. Then I've got the 3. And then I want to make sure I've labeled my axes. So I've got my class intervals here, which were the DVDs rented. And then here we've got our frequency. And a title for my graph. Okay, it says on how many days were at least 70. So here is 70 and upwards are our 5 and 3. So 8 days we had 70 or more. What percentage of days did they rent out less than 60? So here's our 60, so less than, and we're looking at our percentages. So it's 15 plus 10 is 25 plus 5 is 30%. The other way you could work that out is go the frequencies, 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 1 is 6, 6 divided by 20, and then times by 100 to get the percent. And that is the booklet complete.